Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome Terry from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. Hi, Terry.
Hi, everybody.
If you're wondering why my background looks so dark, her background looks so light, is because she's on the West Coast. It's still sunny out there. I'm on the East Coast, and the sun is going down as we speak. My light right here should pop on in just a few minutes. Who knows? Who knows exactly when? But it does pop on. So it's so funny, and the time is just going by so fast. It's um, it's really amazing. So I wanted to let everybody know I just had a show with Marina from Heart Center Tarot. Her and I had such a wonderful time. She was doing that random select generator or something, the StreamYard selector, and it worked out really well. She had hashtag, I don't even remember. It was a fun one, and I don't I don't maybe it was tarot. I don't even remember now.
Mm.
But she put a wands, WANDS. Like, I knew it had something to do with tarot. But so that was really fun to have everybody put that in. And then when you do the random generator, you get to see everybody's name. Um, Hello, Rafaela and Dolores and River Mist Faye. Hey, you know what? I noticed that everybody is coming up as their at symbol. And some people it's not. Like Dolores usually doesn't have that X2E after her name. You know what I mean? And
Right.
Rafaela doesn't have the 7161 after her name. And it's still in their original style. And Marina said that's been going around, like some like they're doing that for some content creators. I guess they're working their way through. I don't know.
Yeah. It's odd. I actually have two YouTube channels, and so I have two names like that. One that's just Terri Suzuki, one that's the Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. And I noticed that the Terri Suzuki, that's all it is, they suddenly added numbers and letters to the end of it. Yeah. I've never seen them before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Artist List says, yep, they do it from time to time. Yep.
Mm.
I don't There must be something in what, if they are I don't know,
Yeah.
creating a new feature or adding a new feature or making a change or an upgrade in some way. That's what I feel. Oh, and mine too. Karen says, "Yep, it's happening on her channel." Yep. All right. Very good. I just want to say hello and Rafaela. And if I don't recognize you, let me know what your name usually is. And sometimes I can recognize the icon. Maria is grateful is here. Ascending Universal Butterfly is here. Maria, Karen Rosenvinge is here. Bora Bora, hi Bora Bora. So nice to see you. And the 443 in the end, I never did that. See, Karen never did the
Yeah.
443.
Yeah.
I think that
Oh, and
maybe people are impersonating other people or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're just trying to work out some kinks. Oh,
yeah.
you missed that, Artist Liz. She didn't see it. Oh, good. You were doing a reading for somebody. Good for you. Well, you'll have to go back and watch. It was fun. It was fun. Oh, and you are Rafaela. Okay, very nice. Yeah, the added numbers. Isn't that interesting?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
even Bora Bora in her nice clean 333 they suddenly added a four on her.
No.
Yeah.
And look, Zach has some numbers and letters. And and Bora Bora, yep, they added the four on there. Isn't that something? All right, so nice to see everybody. Working on starring your questions. We're going to be doing readings for everybody, as you can see there below. it says, waiting for it to come around. Psychic, medium, mystery, and more. So it's we just want to have fun, raise the vibration, and don't be afraid to go there
Yeah.
because it's
I
okay.
I love a good psychic mystery. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Yep, you never know what you're going to get. And I love you guys saying hello to each other and enjoying chatting with each other. So as you all are entering in your questions, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And the first I have is Maria is grateful. After Maria is Linda Swan. We do ask for you to say hello when it's your turn, and that would really help us. Next, after Linda Swan, I have Ascending Universal, and then after Ascending, I have Isha. All right. So Maria is grateful says, can I get a general reading, please? So with a general reading, I'm going to tap into your energy and I'm going to say what I feel, sense, and hear around that, around your current energy. It might take a minute.
Yeah. The first one always takes a little bit of time.
So I do feel that you are sensitive, Maria, and maybe even highly sensitive. And I feel as though um, you have qualities and abilities that are heightening at the same time as I feel like you've been letting go. I don't know if you've lost somebody in the near future, I mean, in the near past, but, or the recent past, or um, or if you lost a job or something. I feel like you are getting over a great loss, something that is life changing, life altering. Um, and I do feel as though this has left you like, more sensitive than usually you can put on a happy face or a good front and but you're finding it difficult to they're saying they're finding it you're finding it difficult to be one way and act another. They said that your authenticity is coming through, and this is not why, but sometimes when we're extra sensitive, um and it is calming for our energy to be in that authentic state, and that is where most of our power and most of our strength is in that authentic state. um so I feel as though it's almost like what used to be you can no longer be. Like what used to be, it takes too much effort and wasted energy on being something that you're not. It's almost like if you had lost your job and now you realize that that job wasn't really very good for you anyway. Um, oh, I have stepped out of family enmeshment and released about 85% of myself. Well, there you go. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Wow. But this is a good thing. This is an evolution. This is um, a rebirth, if you will. So be kind to yourself and live authentically because that's where your power is. Because there's no more power in what was. I hope that helps. How about
Yeah.
you, Miss Terry?
Well, I got something very, very, very similar. So right away when I tuned into Maria, I asked, of course, to have her guides come and show me, give, a general reading. What does she need to know? What's the most important thing she needs to know? And what they showed me is they showed me a close-up of the ground, and it's as if somebody has mowed. They've mowed this little patch over, and they've planted all these little flower seeds, and the flowers are starting to come up. There's lots of little greenery coming up. The flowers are in all these baby pastels, blues and pinks and oranges. And they're really very fantastical. They're not like something you would see here in your garden, but they're there and they're small. They're just growing up. And so right away it tells me you have gifts. You have a lot of gifts. They also want you to know that everything right now is in the mode of growth. So you are growing, and sometimes growing can be uncomfortable. We have a little bit of growing pains. And so what they're also asking, though, as they told me, is to be careful how you water this little patch. So they want you to be careful watering it. And what I think they're really talking about here is they don't want you, just particularly right now, let's just say for the next month, not to water your little patch with a lot of news, news that's not going to make you feel good. Try to bring in some podcasts, some other things that are going to help you bloom and grow, because that is really where you're at right now, that you're really growing spirit. I'm glad you said painful yet beautiful, because these are beautiful flowers. They look so hopeful, so absolutely hopeful. Like, this is just really an amazing time. So that's
She
what I
said
got.
she's going to stay in her bubble.
Good. That's a good thing. And that way you can just keep the water in your bubble, helping those little plants grow, all those little gifts that you're getting growing.
She's completely different than a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Hmm.
I love that. Thank you for telling us that.
All the best to you, Maria. My goodness. Well, I'm proud of my guides coming through and giving me something that was really off the wall. Okay, so Linda Swan, are you here to say hello? And I'm sorry, I don't know if. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I get a general reading. So, Linda, I don't know if you enjoy the outdoors. I do feel that there is a. They're showing me like bear foraging for meals to fatten up for the winter. So I'm not sure if they want you to pull in all of your resources and sort of like get the extra case of toilet paper, get the extra dishwashing detergent. I don't know if it's like those kind of supplies, or if it's keeping warm or um, electricity supplies. Like, I think that they're saying to um, gather some supplies in for the winter, and it's not necessarily that it's like an ounce of prevention is. I don't know what the sayings are, but like, it's better to be prepared and nothing happen than it's almost like it'll give you peace of mind. It gives you like a little bit of a feeling of being ahead of or in control of things, or in uh, in the place of making a decision. And I don't see any. I just feel as though it'll give you a peace of mind. And you might even, I see you like either making apple pies or canning apple pie filling or something about apples. But it's really important. This is a natural cycle for us humans. Humanity here, when we go through these natural cycles of the darkness coming in. What I mean by is the sunlight getting less and less. And the reason why we put on the warm stove for an apple pie, now they're making me want an apple pie. But they're just saying like these nesting and warming, and it could be for you to get a couple essential oils or get incense, or whatever it is that you feel is going to keep you warm through the winter, or keep you feeling like sustainable through the winter. This is what they're saying. I don't know if that means anything to you, but that's what I got. How about you, Terri?
Well, I got her completely in control. So the second I tuned in, I saw her with a clipboard and directing things, moving things around, making decisions. And so I think that for right now, that's important for you right now. So I asked him again, is she supposed to be making these decisions? They're like, yes. Is she good at this? Yes. Is everything going to go all right? And he said, yes, because we're going to help her. So I love that. So for some reason, this, I don't know, maybe week, 2 weeks, or some important decision that you have to make, that you have to carry out and do. And they want you to know that they have your back and that you are absolutely up for the job. I saw you on that stage with your clipboard confidently telling people, put that there, do this there, just do, telling people exactly what to do, not rushed, not hurried, no sweat, just absolutely, So whatever's coming up for you right now, what they're letting me know is you are the absolute knowledgeable person about your own life. They want you to take control. They want you to just have faith and do the things you have to do. If you got to get a clipboard and write it all out and tell people what to do, because they definitely want you to take control of whatever's happening right now, and that they're going to help you. So there we got. That's what we got.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. And Linda says, I love that. Thanks, ladies. You're welcome, Linda. Wow. Okay. So next is Ascending Universal Butterfly. After Ascending is Isha.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Ascending Butterfly says, what would my guides like me to know at this time? Ascending, yeah, she's here. They want you to know that there are many of them. There are more than just one. There are more than just a few. There are thousands. They said they're unable to be counted, innumerable. I don't know that they are many, and they can come in like and replace one another when needed. And they want you to know it's important for you to not to have to keep them all as friends, but to know that whenever you need something in every instance, there is somebody there or an energy there to support you. There are many of them. I feel as though it's almost like a civilization.
Ooh.
And they're I know. and they're counting on you or rooting for you. But there's all different types of people in the neighborhood. Who are the people in your neighborhood? You know that song. And so whatever it is that you need, you can rely on them. And I feel as though you know of some of your guides, but they said that they're unknowable. That there's just so many, um, and they just want you to keep an open mind and to try not to. They said that humans have limited um, ideas and thoughts, and to allow your ideas and thoughts to expand past the what is known or what was ever written or said. They said to allow your imagination to expand your awareness. And that's pretty big there, Miss Ascending Universal Butterfly.
Wow. I said, ooh, because I saw many paths, many paths for her. Yeah, it was so funny that just so many of them, just as you said, so many guides. So on these many paths, what what I'm sure they're saying here is you can't go wrong. And then the other thing I heard is intrepid explorer. So I would believe that right now is the time to explore your gifts. Just choose a path, any gift, take a class in it and explore it, or meditate, get a book on it, do some self teaching even. But just go ahead and explore because that is what you're here for. Um, and in fact, they said that she's here to explore, that this is an exploratory life. There's not really so much a right and a wrong here. You have a lot of paths open to you, just like you have a lot of guides. And the other thing that I'm just going to throw in here because I keep thinking about it is remember, you also have a lot of angels, and you can call in an angel anytime for anything. So let's say you start going down one path, you need help doing it, just call in an angel and ask for their help. Yeah.
She said, I've been doing a lot of exploring and learning. Bless you both for amazing messages. Aw.
Yeah. Well, good on you.
Excellent, Ascending Butterfly. So is Isha here? And then after Isha, I'm going to go with Bora Bora. It's Isha and then Bora Bora. Or is it? I'm sure it's not
Yep.
Aisha, but
Here.
okay, good. So I see you going to school, and they're showing me that you have. I don't know if you ever saw those caricatures where it was like a cartoon where the person's face is here and their body is this like little body. But they're saying that you have such an enormous, um, you know, capacity for the cerebral. But they're saying that you pay attention very little to your body itself. They are they're saying that you like to learn and you've been studying, you've been working, you've been cerebral all of this time through your in your life, that now it's time to incorporate and bring in some of the like spiritual frequency and vibration and bring it into our bodies. And they're saying, and I'm sorry I said ours, yours, but they're telling me ours. And it's important for us to incorporate and embody this knowing, this awareness, this frequency and vibration, because it's almost like our bodies are going to become, I mean, they are an antenna, but they're going to become more so. I do see you studying and learning and thinking, and they want you to bring that into your body. And most of all, right here, where we connect to our soul and our soul's vibration. So, oh, sheesh, I'm going to school currently. Yes. Oh, wow. You've been really hitting the books. You've been really working hard. They want you to work to take breaks and to make sure you pay attention to your body as well. But this is a little bit more of like a metaphor as well, that all of the energies from the astral realm, the spiritual realm, will be coming in, um, and utilizing our bodies to tell us, messages. How about you, Miss Terri?
I saw on the stage immediately this curtain of lace. There was pink lace and black lace, and I saw one of your guides behind the lace, and so I could see them mistily through it. But what they said was, let's play. Let's play. And I thought, is there anything else you want to say? No, let's play. So they are really directing you. You are working very hard, obviously, because they're saying we'd like you to play a little bit. And I'm not really sure what that's going to mean to you, but with this lace, it almost felt like enjoying Halloween, the kind of like a mask on something that kind of makes play from a different point of view. And basically, yeah, that you have to relax a little bit and play in order to free your mind as well. And then they're also directing me to tell you about something when I was in school. So I went to college late as an adult, and I had not awoken yet. I mean, I knew there were some things going on, but I hadn't embraced this yet. But one thing I had recognized was that I could tell my brain to work on something, to say, I have to understand this principle. Would you please help me understand this? And then go to sleep. I did the requisite study, but then when it was time to go to sleep, I just went to sleep. I didn't like worry or hang on to it. And what I noticed is that my right brain, I don't know which side, the right brain, the brain that doesn't talk, the brain that does the play, the brain that likes art and things like that part of my brain would work on the problem. And and then it would send it over to the left side of the brain, the brain that can talk and articulate it. And when I'd wake up in the morning, the answer would be there. I would know exactly what I needed to do or learn or understand. So do that too. Do that too. Assign your brain something to work on in the night. And the creative side, the right side of your brain will work on it and then port over the information by the morning. It worked every time. And part of it then allowed me not to have to work quite so hard. And that allowed me not really to have play so much in my life, but at least I wasn't just completely
Stressed.
nerve-wracked the whole time and missing sleep and things like that. So please take care of yourself. Please,
Yeah,
please consider play.
she said, "Wow, that's interesting. I definitely feel I've been stressed lately with school and need to relax sometimes."
Mhm.
And she said, "Love this reading. I feel I don't reset enough, or rest enough. Sorry.
Mhm.
It's just so true to what's been going on."
Yeah.
That's your energy there, Isha. Thank you for coming and thank you for asking your question. Next, I have Bora Bora. And after Bora Bora is Brenda G. But Brenda G, would you please say hello? And then after Brenda G is River Mist Faye. Okay. Um, Bora Bora, will I get a car in about the next 3 years?
Okay.
I think it's going to be a little sooner than that, Janet. It's almost like you put your order in. You made the choice, and you don't know, but manifestation happens whether we intended to or not. And they're saying that this opportunity is going to come up, or you're just going to say, the heck with it. I'm not going to wait any longer. I'm going to get a car. And it's not that it's it does fall into your lap, and it's an opportunity, and it's important to consider seriously. Even though you say, well, I wasn't quite ready for one. I didn't know if it would happen this soon, but I do see you making this change sooner rather than later. And I see it's after this. I feel like it's a little bit like maybe around next year this time, either that or in the spring the following year. So like next fall, or the following, or spring of 27, fall of 26 or spring of 27. Um, and because I do feel as though, because you've made a decision, that we're finding that manifestation is happening so much faster. Once we make a decision and we're looking for it, it really does occur. And I know that whatever the parameters are, or the restrictions are, or the reason why you want to wait, that won't be part of the equation for some reason. It'll be just everything will be just as you need it to, in order for you to have the car. That's what I got. So yeah, look, she said, I put up a few pictures of cars around my home.
There you
Brilliant.
go.
Brilliant. That is exactly right. That's like a vision board and feng shui. Yeah,
I,
get a little picture of yourself and put them in the car, because that's what I did. And I got the car.
oh, that's a good idea. Well, I immediately heard, of course, my dear, the treasury is open to you. And I just saw that all of us have a treasury. All of us have all these things, and they will give you a car as easily. If you need a car, they're going to provide this car. And I just saw that the car, of course, this is just in my imagination, and it's like, almost like a little cartoon. It's such a cute little car. It's a good little car that you can do a lot of things with. You know, it it doesn't have a lot of limitations. You can take it camping, you can take it on the road, you can take it far away, and it just feels like a really happy little car. And I didn't, when I used the pendulum and did I asked, is she going to get a car? Big swing, yes. Is she going to get a car in year one? Not really. It didn't really move. Year two, yep, started swinging hard. So I think, again, you're going to get it earlier than you think. And then I asked, will this be a really good car? Will it run really well for her? And it was a big swing, yes. So that's good, that it's going to be a good car too. Do you want to hear a story about manifestation this
I
week?
do.
Okay, it's with my brother. My brother, he's on his spiritual journey too, and he likes all this stuff, and he loves how the universe works. And he was helping a neighbor, an older lady who needed her septic pumped, but the pipes were full of roots. And so he had to dig it out, and then he actually had to take some of the pipes off and replace them. And she paid for those pipes, but then he recognized that this is just going to keep being a problem, and that he needed an even bigger pipe that he would put for a clean out drain. And he also needed a hoe to complete his idea of what he wanted to do. So he decided, I'm going to manifest this. So he told his guides, I need a hoe, and I need this very unusual sized pipe, and it's very expensive. This pipe is really, really expensive, and he only needed like 24 inches of it, but it's still very expensive. And he said, I need that. And then the next day when he woke up, and he was going to go finish his work. He thought, you know, you're supposed to do it and forget it. You know, you're not really supposed to try it again. You're not supposed to like worry about it. And he said, I don't want to make this not happen by worrying about it. And but yet I've and he said, instead of redoing it, he said, Angels, I want to make one little change. I want you to point me at this. I want you to take me right to it, point me right at it. And so he started his day and he went over to his a relative's house. And she said, thank you so much for helping me, because he was going to help her take some things to the junkyard. And she was turned away from him, pulling stuff out of her shed. And the first thing she pulled out and she handed him was a hoe. So it's like, wow, I got a hoe. Exactly what he needed. And then he proceeded to do all that. And then he drove to the site where he was going to throw some of this stuff away. And across the street was like a little convenience store or something. And he parked his car, and it was like straight between the two buildings, just straight like a pointer kind of. And as he's sitting there, he's like looking across the street, and he's like, wait a minute, there's the pipe I need. This big 6-inch, 24-inch, 6 inches by 24-inch pipe across the street. And he's like, wow. And my truck's pointing right at it. So he gets out of the truck, he walks across the street, and he's thinking, oh, well, maybe I need to ask if somebody's something, but there was nothing there but that pipe.
Oh my
And it
gosh.
just hit him in the head. His guys just showed him a picture of an angel kicking it off a truck
Oh,
just for him.
wow.
And so he went and finished the job for the older lady who needed the help.
Wow.
And he took that hoe and he cut it in half, and he made this kind of thing that he can stick down the pipe and cut the roots, because he can weld and things like that. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fabulous.
yeah.
Wow.
So he, in less than a half an hour from when he said, point me at it, he had both things he needed.
That's amazing. And you guys, this is not just a random miracle, because it was a miracle, but this can happen to all of us if we just ask and release and let go and believe that we will see it. And yeah, I didn't know when so the pipe was on the side of the road, but there weren't any other houses around there.
Right. There
But
was
and he
nothing
actually
there.
pointed at it, and that's really important, because sometimes we'll be like, "That isn't what I think it is. I'm just thinking it's what I need." It's important for us to trust ourselves that what we see is truly what we do want, and it is truly for us. And it's this magical way of becoming reality, and it's just happening more and more often.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do a series on it. I think it's amazing. That is so
Yeah.
fantastic. And if not, maybe we can do a an event together and learn how
Yeah.
to put these little things together and make a creation, and then promise to come back 3 months later and, have accountability for
Mm-hmm.
everybody's um,
Yeah.
vision or request, or,
Yeah.
whatever it might be. I think it would really be profound for us to see each other, and what we can make out of it. Yeah, and then we have accountability. Just like if you're, going to the gym, and you're not just gonna go 2 or 3 times. If you're
Right.
going with a friend, you're gonna keep going because you want the friend to keep going, you know what I mean? Like that kind of a buddy system to help keep our belief in check, so that we don't just, forget and say, "Well, that would never happen." Like, it's really important that we believe that it will happen.
And
It's really
it's
important that we
really,
trust that it will happen.
I think
Mhm.
it's really important to imagine what you want, to have to really think it over. This is what I want, to ask for it, and then to leave it, to
Mm.
back off, let the universe do its thing, because it
Yeah.
always will. I remember when we were just getting started doing all this, I wanted I had an idea in my head for the perfect desk that would just change my life and allow me to do this as well as my job. And I imagined it, what it would be like. And within 1 hour, I had that desk. My guide said, look in Craigslist, and there were the legs that I needed. And then my guides reminded me that I have a desktop under my bed that I had stored under my bed a long time ago.
Oh my
All I had
god.
to do was go get those legs and put the desk on it, and then I had it.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
It really is, and it really is. It's amazing how these things occur, and this is coming from and Terry is really, really, really good at it, and I think we should do a little special, but she manifested a man once.
Yeah, they manifested a man.
And the video is on her channel. You look up manifest, I manifested a man, I think is what you called it.
Yes.
And she did. She's very, very magical, everybody. I am telling you, she manifested a man. And I know you're saying, "What?" You gotta look it up and go
Yeah.
watch it. If I
Go
remember, I'll
listen.
try and put it in the show notes below after, or I'll post it. I'll post it um on my page, on my post. I don't know what to call it anymore. It used to be the community page. Yeah. Oh, look, and River Miss Faye said, I set a coffee in front of my Italian Nana's pic on my ancestor's altar today and told her I missed her cooking. And now my friend is randomly dropping off Italian food from catered work event. Oh my gosh. She sent it
Oh,
to you, River.
oh
She
my.
sent that to you.
Oh no. Wow. That is amazing.
That
I
is
also
so
have to tell you,
beautiful.
one time I manifested ice cubes. I was thinking I really want ice cubes, and my office was clear across from the place. And the second I said I really want ice cubes, I heard the ice cube machine in the kitchen kick on, and it was clear across the other side of the building. And I went in there, and they had thrown two ice cubes right on the ground for me. I was like, oh,
Next time you have to ask for them in a cup, not on the
yeah,
ground.
I know, because but it never did that. It never. I mean, nobody was in there. You'd have to like push the lever to make the ice come out, and there it was.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I love these stories, you guys. Okay, so back to the questions. I have Brenda, and after Brenda is River Mist.
Okay,
So, and they both said that they're here. Could you
good.
see if there are any messages for me regarding a big move that's pending and a baby on the way, please?
So
Oh,
she wants moves and babies. Wow.
I was just looking at your picture. I was trying to pick up more energy from your question and your picture. So I do see you're a hard worker. You are I don't know if you I just feel like you're like head of household or you're a manager at work, something where you are the leader. You have a strong personality. Other people gravitate towards you for direction and uh, and advice. You have strong hands. I feel as though you're wanting to nest, like, nesting in and around the pregnancy kind of thing, baby on the way, but you're not quite comfortable where you are and you're looking for a new place to start, and you're not. And so they said that, you know, God laughs when we try and make plans. So you want to get the house before you get the baby, and you want to get settled before the baby comes. Like there's this order that you are pretending that you have some sort of control over, and we don't. That's it. We don't. So the baby might come before the house does, before the big move does, and it's okay. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Don't not try for the baby because you haven't gotten the move yet. They're saying everything happens for a reason. If it's in your time, if it's in the time that you are looking to um, start a family, it's okay to be in a different area. I know that you want everything to be perfect and you don't want to set up everything and get things ready. Maybe it's not like the energetic place, but it's okay. I think that your motherhood sort of out ranks the place. So I wouldn't worry about the move. The move is going to happen. It's going to happen several times in your life. So will Brenda G uh, be pregnant before the end of? I don't know if you're pregnant right now. Okay, I don't think you are, but will Brenda G be pregnant before December 31st of 2025? I'm getting a no on that. And will Brenda be pregnant before April 1st of 2026? Yeah, I do see it right around the corner. So it's saying yes. Will Brenda be pregnant by February? No. Will Brenda be pregnant by March 1st? I see it's like really early spring. You'll know by March 1st. So it may happen sometime in February, but don't hold me to that. You could be pregnant right now and giving birth in February. I don't know. But if you can tell me, that'd be great. But that's if you don't know, if you're currently not pregnant, I see something happening by or around the first, um, of March or earlier. And but with the move, I wouldn't hold out for the move. I don't see anything happening right away. And there is a stall, a delay, but it doesn't mean you should delay because I know that I feel like you wanted to nest. This is just I did get a positive test, but hasn't been successful in the past. Okay. Yeah. Everything you said is super accurate. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just keep an open mind and go with the flow. And the soul that is coming into your life is waiting for the astrological lineup for them to come in the perfect time. So it's not you, it's not your ability, it's timing. And that's all it is. How about you, Miss Terry?
Well, I immediately I saw this wonderful, wonderful velvet on the stage, and the velvet was showing it back when you were talking about her leadership abilities, how that people really enjoy following her. They were showing me an iron hand clad in velvet, and that's a leadership principle, kind of. There used to be I used to know more about that, and I cannot bring it forward. But basically, what they were showing me is that she is uh, really well liked, that she is strong, but she's not harsh in any way. She's covered in this velvet, is strong but soft, and it's what makes her so beloved. It's really what draws people to her, and that's as far as I got. And then they said her team has brought in a drop of liquid. Okay, so this is different. Usually, when I see a drop of liquid being brought in, it's an angel, and the angel wants to do a healing. In this case, it is your team bringing this in. And so they're showing me this drop of liquid. It's clear, absolutely clear, but then it has a lot of this Mother Mary blue in it, kind of in the middle, and they're holding it up. So, Brenda, the thing about these healings that they do with these liquids is you have to agree to it. They won't do it unless you want this healing. So I always ask them, what does this do? And they're telling me that if you accept this, they're going to put this drop into your etheric astral body. And I ask them, what does it do? What is it going to heal? And they're saying, this is a cleansing. For some reason, you need a cleansing, something that's going to clear up some things in your body. Could you tell me a little bit more about what is being cleansed? This is both a spiritual and a physical cleansing. It paves the way, and it allows also for you to kind of join the flow a little bit more, the flow of life, and allow to receive, to allow things to come to you. So, Brenda, I hope you're listening. I hope you're going to say yes. We'd like it.
Yeah, Brenda, just say yes if you're open to receiving the gift from the angels, the healing from the angels.
Yes, and so it's from your whole team actually this time.
And Terri does this on her own channel all the time. She does this for special events. This is Terri. Thank you so much. Means so much to me. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Brenda. So let me get back to your team and the drop of liquid. So what I want you to do, Brenda, is I want you to just sit comfortably, quietly. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Just take a breath in, kind of hold it, let it out longer than you took it in. That is just a way to make you really calm. And so just take the 3 deep breaths. I'm not going to do the breaths now. You just do them on your own. Okay, dear team, she is ready for this healing. Okay, so now I see them. Actually, it's interesting. They're holding this drop from a great height, way, way, way above you. And they're letting the drop go, and it's falling through the air, falling, falling, falling. And then it kind of hits your soul, and it starts to come over you and into you, and it looks to me as if it's just washing through you, just washing through you. I notice that the Mother Mary blue stays around your high heart area. Okay. And then as it flows through, let's see what it looks like if it's going out. Yes, so it is going out, and I see at first that it seems like the liquid is a little muddy looking, but then as it starts to flow through, it's clearing up, and it flows clear through you, and it flows clear out. Okay. Is there anything else Brenda needs to know? So Brenda, just remember this time, remember that this happened, and just believe in it. Believe that something has been cleared from you that is either preventing you from flowing with having a child or moving, but definitely this has been a healing that's performed. Just believe in it, and it's done. Okay. So it's just interesting. I'd love to hear what happens, what you know, because the reason I want you to remember this is because you're going to know what has happened.
I feel like, you know how if a rusty door is stuck and doesn't work properly, and then you just put like some of that WD-40 on it and now it works fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like, that when it went through, it sort of like greased the tracks so that things would go with the flow, you know,
Yeah.
and let go of any of that residual.
Yeah.
Also, they're telling me something about drinking either spring water or purified water, to try and stay away from tap water if you drink that. Um, that might help a little bit too. But and to, you know, drink plenty of water for sure.
Yeah.
All the best to you, Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda G, mommy to be. Say, I'm Brenda G, mommy to be. You got to bring it into bring it into reality
I
for you.
love it.
That is fun.
That's some good manifesting there.
Brenda G, mama to be. And River Mist Faye is next. She was here, but I'm pretty sure she's still here. I don't know. You're welcome, Brenda. All the best to you. Everything's going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So River Mist says, had a synchronistic revelation this week between my late mother and maternal grandfather with bees. Is there a message, or are they just saying hello? Let me check. I love when they use nature, or they utilize nature in order to give us messages, send messages, um, bring awareness to their energy and their presence. They want you to know that they're together. They want you to know that they, like, the whole family is like a hive, and they're saying that they are busy, and that they're all around you. And again, this is many. There's many of us here, and we're all around you. And it's almost like as easily noticeable for as much as we see bees around us. That's as much as we have our family and around us. They're always there. We don't always see them, but they're always there. That's what they're saying. And they bring sweetness when they come close. They're searching for sweetness. It's about the sweetness. It's about building. Um, and they just want you to know that they're always there. And you know, I'm not as well educated as far as bees in the wintertime. I think they hibernate, but um, yeah, they're always there. They may not be as present as they used to be, but they're always there, and they'll be back. Um, I'm not seeing that. I do love that they utilize the bees, and there's many messages around that. And they just want you to know that they are together. And I feel as though your mom and dad, your mom and grandfather were uh, incarnated as different family members in the past. Like your your mother and grandfather were siblings once, or your mother and grandfather were army buddies once, or you know, whatever. And they live different lifetimes, and they're all together. And they want you to know that family is soul family as well. And they just want you to know that they appreciate you for your candidness and your openness. But they just there's something very profound about nature that is going to be manifesting around you. So just keep an open mind. That's what I got. How about you, Terry?
Well, they're pretty amazing communicators here. So as I kind of got into your uh, spirit and kind of made contact with them, the first thing they said to me, tell it to the bees, tell it to the bees. And a long time ago, especially back in England, if you were a beekeeper, if you kept bees, you had to tell it to the bees. So like if somebody in your family died, the beekeeper in the family had to go out to the hives and tell the bees that somebody died and that everything is all right. Because if they didn't, the bees would leave and then you wouldn't be able to get their honey and anything like that. So the first thing they said to me is tell it to the bees. And I asked them to tell me a little bit more about that, because it might be much harder right now to tell it to the bees because they're going to go into hibernation very soon. And they said, think of us like the bees. Think of us like the bees. Tell it to us. Tell us some of the things that you love, things you don't like, the problems you're having, the happiness you're having, share it with them. And they immediately led me to an old life of yours, which is again out in probably old England, and you were beekeepers. You weren't in the same positions in the family. It looked like your grandmother was a woman and was a wife of somebody, but your grandfather was a child, one of her children. And the other thing that was so interesting to me about this was because it's not really showing me that much about the life, but they're showing me that life of keeping the bees and stuff, it also involved Pan, the god Pan. And what you were doing is you were channeling Pan's energy through your work in the fields, your work with the bees. And so both of them were energy workers, and you are an energy worker too. So they're just reminding you. And so you can either go ahead and tell it to the bees, or you can kind of consider them bees and tell it to them. So I hope it helps because I feel like I went everywhere with that. But
No, I think I like that energy worker because it's like a bee is a worker too. Like
right.
we're all one. We're all one hive, but we
Mm,
all have, different uh responsibilities and different roles to play.
mhm,
Um that is interesting. I love the synchronicity. I love that you connected that it was your mother and grandfather, and
mhm.
I love that they utilized those bees. Hmm.
But they
She's
also think you're a little smarty for figuring that out fast.
Yes, this all resonates quite a lot. Family has always been connected to nature, and I've been a little lax in my communication with them. Hmm. Hmm. Wow, very nice. Well, this was a beautiful gathering that we had here
Yeah.
this special Friday evening. It's evening on my end,
Yeah, your light's
so
on.
yeah, my light went on.
Yeah.
Now you know. Now you know. That's my evening. So I thank you very much for all of your questions, everybody. I'm going to be back on the Tuesday, the 28th, and be with Joan and Scott Scorpio Centro is going to be joining us on Tuesday, the 28th. So please do, if you want to subscribe to Terri Kigaru Spiritual Journeys, her link is in the show notes below. Please do check out that How I Manifested a Man video. And like I said, I'm probably going to link it in a couple of places for you. And then Terry also does private readings. And if you would like a private reading from me, you can just go to my website. It's SunPsychicJean.com, and you can check out, there's 15-minute readings, 1 hour readings, all different types of readings. And also, I'm working on my events page. Let me just show it to you guys, because it is under construction. I had the wrong date. I was
No.
telling everybody it was Sunday the 16th, but in my events page, it was coming up the 15th, and I didn't have the 15th available. So I just wanted to make sure. So this is my events page, and it's under construction. But you see here, this was the October 4th chakra healing workshop, and it's out of stock because it was previous. And then I had my ghost stories on October 12th. And then this is where you'll find the past life mini readings I'm going to have on November 16th. And I just have to get it to show up on that page. It's sometimes when you are doing, when you're doing your own website, even though you do the same thing twice, the outcome doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen the same way. So keep an eye out for it. I'll probably try and link it to everybody, or send out a notification, or maybe just do a little short video on it. But that's on my events page. But other than that, I'll be back on Tuesday, the 28th, with Scott and Wisdom Seeker Joan. So I'm looking forward to that. And Terri, is there anything that you wanted to say before we go?
Yes. I'm going to be away for a month, and yet I'm still going to do a few things. So with Kigaru Spiritual Journeys, I also have a TikTok page, and I am going to be doing TikTok while I'm gone. I'm going to do a few things there. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do some pop-ups while that I'm gone. So what you might want to do is subscribe to my page, turn the little bell on so you know when I pop up. And what I do, I'm going to Japan. And when I'm there, a lot of times I will just turn on and broadcast and take you with me with whatever I'm doing. So it might be that I'm at a temple and we're looking around. It could be just I'm walking to the hardware store. I'm taking you with me so you can see the neighborhood I live in. You can see what it looks like, and all the little funny Japanese houses and all the things. And so it's fun to do that. Last time I was there, I took everybody on a walk up. There was a path with torii gates, those big orange gates, and I thought, oh, I'll just turn it on and we'll all go up the torii gates, not knowing I'm walking up a mountain, a freaking mountain. So I huffed and puffed my way up a mountain on camera. So, but it's fun. You can go with me for various things because it's very different than the neighborhood you live in. So,
that's fascinating. Well, thank you, Terri, for inviting us. That's going to be so much fun. Well, thank you, everybody, again. We'll see you again next time, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.